Hello everyone, I'm Guido Martinez. Welcome to my first indie comic book review. For those of you who don't know me, I'm from Argentina. I live in Buenos Aires. English isn't my first language, so please excuse my pronunciation. I'm a struggling indie comic book writer and letterer, so I wanted to start doing reviews to hopefully share my opinions and get some more eyes on projects and creators that I believe should get more attention and more props for their products. So to start, I wanted to cover this the first issue of The Edge, an ongoing comic book series by writer and creator Marvin Wynn. I've been following him on Facebook and I see the previews he posts from his long-running ongoing series, The Edge, and it's pretty interesting. Sadly I haven't had the chance to check it out due to, well, certain circumstances I don't want to talk about right now, but I do hope someday I get to check it out or pick up maybe some back issues or something. Moving on to the review. What is The Edge? Well, The Edge is a series. It's a pretty long running, like I said. It's currently 9 issues published with a 10th in the works, and upcoming crossover with another promising indie comic book series called Chess. So things are looking good, and there are active projects with this. So let's hope it doesn't slow down. Now, what is this series about? Well, it's a special operations teams with special superpowers. These are the main characters, or at least the ones that play a key role in this issue. These are Mystic at the center, Blaine, and Interim. Overall, I gotta say I love the design, and the artist has a very particular and noticeable unique style that really stands out. One of the reasons that this series draws me in. But more on that later. Now on to the credits and a brief introduction. As mentioned before, the series was created and written by Marvin Wynn, with pencils and art by Mark V or Mark V, colors by Steven Leisfesky, Luis Antonio Delgado, and King Vola, letters by James Reed, designed by Alexander Kriegerman and Athisham Ali. Again, excuse me if my pronunciation is off. So what does this introduction say? To summarize, what is The Edge? Well, The Edge is something that gives people their powers, and basically it gives them an edge. So congratulations on a new way of referring to to superpowers or superpowered people. Truth be told, in this day and age, most ways of referring to superpowered people have already been used or covered, so coming up with a new one is already remarkable on its own. So the issue begins with a secret laboratory set 2 years ago, and it starts with an action sequence that will introduce the main villain of the series, called Revenant. Revenant was, as it says here, supposed to be an experiment in abnormal human endurance and intelligence. And overall it's a cool concept which I hope gets exploited properly in future issues. For now, this introduction and what he does near the end of the issue is really cool, really interesting, and gets you hyped for his future appearances. Now, I don't want to spoil much of the issue, so I'm going to skip pages a lot. Again, this actually I got it for Free Comic Book Day 2020. A lot of creators released free material, free samples, free issues for digital download. So if you, maybe some of them are still out there, feel free to Google it, look up in Facebook and Twitter posts about it, and maybe you'll find some of this. If not, later I'll give you the page and information on where you can purchase the issues. So, like I said, Revenant, abnormal human endurance and intelligence. He will be the main villain. Now, after he does villainous things and wreaks havoc on this secret laboratory, we cut to a mission of the main team set in the present now. I believe it was page 17. Yes. Okay, so the mission was that the team needed to rescue hostages from some sort of religious fanatics, and this page in particular shows Interim kicking some ass. Her powers include portal generation, portal summoning, I don't know, but apparently she creates these portals and uses them to basically punch and kick her enemies at will. Overall, a very interesting character with an interesting power. Then we get an introduction to Blaine. Apparently Blaine seems to be the team's hothead, rushing in with guns blazing, and also another cool looking and interesting character. Finally, we got Mystic and this guy Bolt. I believe Bolt's name speaks for itself. You can guess what his powers are. So overall, we get to see this second action sequence in an issue that's over 30 pages long, so you get a lot. And now I want to jump to the last action sequence of this issue. I believe it was page 27. Ah, yes. Here we got Mystic making use of his power. Apparently he uses his sword to launch bolts of power. I'm not sure. His name's Mystic, so there's probably some mysticism to his power, or maybe it's just a name. Who knows? You got Bolt doing his thing, shooting bolts, and also levitating. So yeah, pretty cool. Then we cut to a fight between Blaine and Revenant, and in case you thought, like me, that Blaine was just a gunslinger, no, he can also generate force fields to protect himself. Quite possibly that also adds up to his going guns blazing attitude, right? Anyone can jump into danger when you can put a force field around you. But either way, it's a really cool scene, cool action, cool premise, cool characters. So I really don't want to spoil anymore, so I'm gonna jump right to this. Here is the full team in display. Mystic, him, we didn't get to see her in this issue. Interim, Shift, we actually see a bit of him, but he doesn't do anything in this issue. He's there, but you know, he doesn't use his powers. Randa, she isn't in this issue either. Spin-off, same thing as Shift. He doesn't use his powers, so I'm gonna hold my judgment on him. Blaine and Bolt. So what do I think works best out of this issue? Well, like I said, character design. The singular, pretty unique art style that I noticed from the artist. At least I can't picture another artist that draws like him, especially human figure. His human figures are very particular in the way he draws it, and I like it. I love it. I love that I can identify love that I can link art with the artist just by looking at it. So I believe that this artist does reflect that. Other than that, The story is promising. The story is promising. Damn it. The story is promising. The action is good, and mostly the character design. I can't stress enough how much I love the character design. What I would have done differently, maybe add to each character's appearance a small caption with a background, a small background, like telling you who they are. Like I said, for example, you don't learn that Blaine has the force field ability until he uses it. Spin-off and Shift, not sure what they do, but I hope to find out soon. Same for the rest of the team. So, well, that is my review of this issue. If you want to check it out, if you feel drawn to it, you can always check out their Facebook page, The Edge. They have a lot of things, a lot of info, a lot of previews, a lot of photos on upcoming issues, current issues released. Also, you get character files, you get info on where to buy it. So yeah, overall, that's my advice. If you want to follow me or have comic books you would like me to review, go ahead and drop me a line. You can find me on Facebook, Guido Martinez. These are samples of the series I'm writing. Or on Twitter, also Guido Martinez or G_Mart8. This banner is pretty old, don't pay attention to this. And well, I hope you enjoyed my review. I hope you subscribe, and I hope to entertain you with more reviews. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.